Welcome back to the second edition of this semester for Streak Nation. I'm Rachel Veda.
And I'm Danny Marcano.
Let's get started. We'll begin with the ladies first. The women's soccer team is on a bit of a rough streak with 4 consecutive losses. Their current overall record now stands at 2-8-1. The latest game against Ohio Northern rained down on John Carroll in more ways than one. Even after a 45-minute weather delay, the storm clouds wouldn't shut off, and the Polar Bears shut out the Blue Streaks. The conference record now stands at 0-1, and the Blue Streaks are ranked 8th in OAC standings. The women's soccer team still has 4 home games left in the season, all of which are conference games. So show your support on October 10th, 21st, 27th, and 31st. Overall, the men's soccer team is trying to hold their own. Their current overall record stands at 6-3-1. Their latest game was a 5-1 victory over Otterbein, earning the Blue Streaks their first conference win. With a 1-2 loss to Ohio Northern, John Carroll's conference record is now 1-1. The Blue Streaks are tied for 3rd place in OAC standings. Since 2012, the team has a 27-2-3 home record. This season, the men's soccer team stands undefeated at home with 3 games played at Don Shula Stadium. Hopefully, they'll keep the streak going when they return to their home turf on October 13th, 17th, and 24th. Danny, fill us in on how the football team is doing.
Sure. Well, the football team fell to Ohio Northern this past Saturday, 30-27. Jake Schaefer led the Blue Streaks with 216 yards in the air, and Aaron Pruitt added 41 yards on the ground. This is the first regular season loss that head coach Tom Arth has suffered before November in a calendar year in his 3 seasons at the helm. The team will stay on campus this weekend when the Wilmington Quakers come into town for a 1:30 p.m. battle this Saturday at Don Shula Stadium. Wilmington comes into the game holding a 1-3 record while being 0-3 in the Ohio Athletic Conference, and the Wolfpack is currently 3-1. Don't forget to vote for David Porter for All-State Good Works team captain. He's the first player in the history of the JCU football program to be honored with this college football's most esteemed off-the-field award. And you can help take it a step further. Just go to espn.com/allstate to vote. Polls are open every day until November 15th. Spread the word on Facebook as well as Twitter using the hashtag #CaptainPorter.
Thanks, Danny, and good luck to David. Now off to Caitlin for an update on volleyball.
It was the OAC opener this past Saturday for our ladies in blue. The John Carroll volleyball team was on the road this past weekend at Ohio Northern as they took on the Polar Bears. JCU fell a little short as the statistics show. Some court errors led to girls to fall a couple points short in the last 3 games. However, Game 1 did give us hope that the ladies will bring more strategies to their upcoming season games. In Game 1, JCU trailed 23-21, but these ladies had determination, which allowed an opening set win 27-25. This type of strategy is credited to Sarah Orlandi and Leah Switowski. However, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears pulled on 3 more wins after with scores of 25-19, 25-22, and 25-15. JCU's leading ladies, Orlandi, ended with 16 kills. Switowski had 11, and Kit O'Shaughnessy had 10 kills with 47 assists. And to add with that, Sarah Kaminsky had a team high of 32 digs. The fight and determination will not be over for these ladies as they bring their determination back to the home court on October 6th at 7 p.m. against Otterbein University. Be sure to check the final scores and stats at John Carroll's website under Athletics. You can also stay updated by following JCU Volleyball on Twitter as well. As of more home games, be sure to join the crowd to cheer on these women at our home court on October 13th versus Heidelberg, which is again at 7 p.m. Thanks.
Thanks, Caitlin. Now let's turn it over to Eddie, who will give us our latest on cross-country news.
The men's cross-country team had a strong showing at the All-Ohio Championships, placing 2nd out of 18 teams. The Blue Streaks had 6 top 30 finishers, with Matt Andrews and Elliot Thorkelson finishing in the top 10. Thorkelson took home his 2nd career OAC Athlete of the Week award after placing 2nd in the race. Women's cross-country also showed great effort in the All-Ohio Championships, finishing 4th out of 19. The women had 5 top 40 finishers led by Becky Rower, who finished 11th overall in the race. Her strong showing led her to be one of your Blue Streak Athletes of the Week, along with Matt Andrews.
Thank you, Eddie. And finally, we're going to kick it off to Brennan to give us an update on golf.
The men's golf team has been on a hot streak as of late, finishing in the top 3 in their last 6 matches. In their last invitational, the Purple Raider Invitational and Alliance on September 26th and 27th, hosted by that school down south, Mount Union, the team made yet another statement in unfriendly waters. The Blue Streaks had a stellar day, one performance on Sunday. They hit an impressive .295 and were up on Baldwin Wallace by 3 strokes at the end of the day. However, on Sunday, JCU lost their groove. The team ended up putting up a .308 and dropped down to 3rd place. Even though they were not able to capture the ultimate prize, the team still went away from a superb showing with a top 3 result. Looking at the scorecard, it is difficult to see why the squad lost their lead because the Streaks had 2 top 3 finishers. Freshman Chris Slow shot consecutive 72s, which was par for the course, and finished with just 2 strokes from the leader, who had 2 71s. Andrew Britton finished the Invitational tied for 3rd after 2 scores of 73. The two had totals of 144 and 146 respectively. It was the back end of the squad whose play from Saturday to Sunday took a hit, and therefore the team's placement did as well. BW finished in the top spot with 596, and the host team walked away with 2nd at 601 after a second-day best of 295. Anyway, another top 3 performance, however, it was achieved, should have induced some confidence for the Blue Streaks going into the OAC Fall Invitational in Harrod, Ohio, on the shoulders of the top 2 players. The first day was halted not even halfway through most players' rounds because of the weather. On Sunday, Chris Slow led JCU with a 3-over performance. Mark Trzanowski topped off with a 5-over. Trzanowski and Slow recorded top 10 finishes in this tournament as well, and JCU ended the year with a 4th-place outing in a weather-shortened tournament. It was an extremely tight competition, with the leader, Otterbein, only beating out JCU by 4 strokes. Mount and Capital tied for 2nd, just 1 stroke ahead of the Streaks. The women's team took their talents to Meadville, PA, to compete in Allegheny College Invitational. The team had high expectations after posting their 2nd-best score of the year at Hudson Country Club for the JCU Invite. The team was not at full strength, though, being without their usual number 1 player. The University of Toronto had a very nice 2 days, and the Canadians came down and took the tourney with a total of 648. They had a 6-shot cushion from the 2nd-place finisher, Gannon University, and Denison took the 3 spot at 706. Finally, JCU rounded out the top 4 for the 2nd straight time. The ladies finished with 756 and had a 20-stroke improvement from day 1 to day 2. Nicolette Bowersock achieved the low card for JCU, accumulating a 91 and 92 for a total of 183. She had the best finish for the Blue Streaks and tied for 21st overall. Adrienne Metzger finished tied for 26th, and Michelle Whiteleather was tied for 29th. Alex Eddy, who had a tough first day, bounced back to shoot JCU's low round of 90 for the 2nd round. The team has Mount Union's tournament in West Lafayette, Ohio, to close out the year on October 13th.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Streak Nation. I'm Danny Marcano.
And I'm Rachel Veda. For a full list of game schedules, check out jcusports.com. And as always, good luck to our teams and go Blue Streaks.